picture, honey. Documenting it, Kelly?
Hello, everyone.
Yes, I'm documenting.
I haven't met you before. My name is Darlene Taylor, and I am a lot of things. My grandmother would just say I'm extra. One of the things that I am is I do cosplay, so I make costumes. I also do historical costuming. Everything from Vikings to Renaissance to Victorian to 1950s, 1940s. I also make my own armor. So I make armor, which is a weird thing. It's a little habit that I got. I play all kinds of instruments from mandolin, violins, bass. I learned the ukulele last year, don't do that. I'm just warning you now, don't do that. And of course the guitar, electric, and acoustic. 3 years ago, I started painting and started my own business as an artist. So it's never too late to start something weird. What had happened to me, see, the best story start off with what had happened was, 5 years ago, my husband passed away, and I didn't know what to do with myself, and so I started learning different hobbies to pass my time, and one of the hobbies that I started doing was painting. Well, about a year after he passed away, I decided I needed to paint my house, because it needed to get painted. But my husband, God bless him, he would buy every 99-cent can of paint that was known to man. If he saw it on sale, he bought it. And so I had a garage full of all these gallons of paint, and was not 2 gallons of paint that was the same color. So I took as many colors as I could. I went outside and I actually painted on the side of my house sunflowers. Well, someone from the newspaper saw it. She was driving by and saw it, and she says, "That's great, I need to do a story on you." So she did a story on me, and then next thing you know, I'm painting for a living. I was actually working at a restaurant. I was making sandwiches and asking people, do they want fries with that? And that was when I was 50 years old, when I started painting. I'm 54 now. It's all the Batman and ice cream that I used to eat, but now I'm on the diet for the last 2 weeks, so I can't have ice cream anymore. So I don't know what's going to happen to me. So I picked up a hobby, and that hobby turned into a career. I've won several awards, including the NAACP award. I've won an Arts Champion award. I've gotten the Arkansas, Louisiana, Texarkana Artist of the Year twice. I've gotten the 4 States Magazine Artist of the Year this year. And then I also have an outstanding African American from Texas A&M University. And a bunch of other stuff, but we're not going to talk about all that. So I go around and I teach kids how to paint for the summers. You guys are my second group this year, because I already have one at Texas Middle School and one at Morris Elementary. I also did there, and I taught classes. So this is what I do on my summers, is teach kids how to paint.
That's awesome.
So it's not really a very hard thing. People think that it's hard to paint, but it's not. It's mostly just shapes and the small details. So I'm going to teach you the exact way that I learned how to paint and how I do my murals. So we have a picture that we're going to paint today, and it is of a truck with flowers in the truck bed with the trees, and I believe that the trees are blossoms of cherries, we're going to say. Or you can do apple blossoms if you want to do white flowers, you can do pink flowers, you can do purple flowers, whatever colors you want to do. This is your painting to go in your home and for you to have for yourself. In that 3 3 years that I've been painting. This is actually my 3rd year since January 1st. This is my 3rd year starting. So it's not even a full 3 years yet. It's only been 2.5. And so I had to learn in that 2.5 years how to enlarge a picture from what I see up to large. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. Letters, because I write like a serial killer. I can't help it. I'm from a long line of write that down, and it looks terrible. I have the doctor's handwriting. I should have been a nurse or something, because that's probably the only way you can read my handwriting if you was a nurse. So some things for me is still hard. Some things are easy. People are easy. But things like this is really easy, and I'm going to show you the best way to do it. So the way to start is take your pencil, and we're going to study the picture. So in our picture, we have the ground where the truck sits, we have our midway where the truck is, and then we have our trees. We're going to put in flowers, we're going to put in more flowers and leaves and branches. Those are the small details, but first we're going to concentrate on the big details. So the first thing we want to do is turn our canvas sideways. So make sure your canvas is turned sideways. Yeah, long ways. Long ways, sideways, long ways, sideways. All right? So on the very bottom of your ground, you're going to get your paint. Well, your pencil, I'm sorry, you're going to get your pencil, and you're going to draw a line across the bottom. And that's going to be your ground. Good job. Right here on the bottom, you're going to draw a line across the bottom. No, it doesn't matter how tall or how short. You can make it wiggly and put in heels if you want to. Yes, that's perfect. It's going to be about a thumb high. We're going to put in our trees. So you're just going to make a stalk straight up. You see, just a straight up tree. Straight up. Now tell me. No. Oh, sorry. I got ADHD. Y'all ask it a lot because my brain just goes that way. So straight up, make your trees. We're going to make 2 trees, one on one side and one on the other side. Good job. And you want to start from your ground and go up. So start from your ground and go up. One on one side and one on the other side. Now on that tree, we're going to make branches. And the way that my mom taught me to make a branch was to make Ys. So you make a Y, make a Y, make a Y, make a Y. And you can make your Y as small or as big as you want to. Good job. Now you want to put some more branches on yours. This is a big tree. There you go.
Yeah.
Got your other side going? Good. So now we have our Ys on our trees. Everyone's got their Ys on their trees. It'll make sense when we start painting. So now that we have our trees in, the next thing that we're going to do is put our truck. Now to draw a truck, you're basically going to draw shapes. So the first thing we want to do is to draw a long rectangle. Who knows what a rectangle looks like? You do? You know what a rectangle looks like? So it's just like that. You want to make a long rectangle. Don't worry about covering up your lines on your ground. It's okay. Nope, just in the middle between your 2 trees. Now on the top of the rectangle, we're going to put a square box. Yeah, so that's going to be your cab. So right on the top, just like a square box. chopsticks. There you go. See my square? So over to one side in the front, because that's the front of your truck. And that's going to be where your windows are. Now, even though it's on the ground, you're going to make a circle in the front, and then you're going to make a circle in the back. Good job. That's exactly right. Now make your tires real big because you want your truck to be sitting on some good 20s. You don't want your car sitting on some 13s. That's not good. All right, now on the back, you're going to make 2 bows. See, just like that. You're going to make 2 on the back. And those are going to be your baskets that's going to hold flowers. So, just like that. Now that's which part is your front of your truck? Which part is the back of your truck? That's the front? All right, then that's going to be your back. So on the back of your truck, you draw 2 squares. Because those are going to be your baskets that your flowers in, because it's delivering flowers. I know, right? So we have that. And we got our circles for our truck. Now, we got to put a bumper. So on the front of your truck, you're going to put a little square. So just a little square on the front of your bumper. You want to see the small bumper on the front? So you're going to make a little square on the front. That's going to be your bumper. And so when you hit a deer, you know, it bounces up behind the seat fix. Because that's on somebody's property. You might put a perfect circle so people know not to trespass. So you got your line across and then straight up. We won't draw the pickets yet because we're going to paint those in, but we got to know where they are. So don't forget your picket fences. Now down at the bottom is where you're going to have your flowers, but we're going to do that as our details. So now that we have everything painted in, this is exactly what I do when I do a painting on the wall. I look at the wall, I lay down on the floor, I cry a little bit, and then I get up and I start drawing on the wall. Don't draw at your house, but you can do that. If your mama's put some paper on the wall, don't draw the walls, but I do. And it harks back to when I was little. My mom was trying to teach me how to draw, and I said I don't want to learn how to do it because she was an artist. And I said I'll never make money. Painting. Here I am. Who knew? So don't poo-poo your kids. Some paper. You never know. So now that we have everything drawn in, everybody has your ground, right? We got our rectangle for our truck. We got our small rectangle on the top for our cab. Yeah, that's what it's called. Cab. Then we got our triangles on the back, our rectangles on the back for the baskets. We're gonna put flowers in that, so don't worry. Then we have our lines for our trees, and we have our picket fence and our wheels. So we have everything drawn in. So that's what we start with. Now we get to color. So if you have on your color wheel, you should have some green. And so what you want to do, you want to take your biggest brush you got near you. You got a big brush, that's a big brush. Big brush. Here, a little bit. Is that bigger? Or is that the same size?
There's another set.
Oh, it's all good?
Yeah.
Just take your biggest one, dip it in a little bit of water, and you want to get your green. Now your green doesn't have to be like my green, but you want to get your green, and you want to go across all on the bottom, because that's where your grass is going to be. And you just want to make straight lines back and forth, back and forth. Well, we have to put the sky in first. We haven't got the sky in, and it's hard to go around the sky. I mean, your leaves if you've got to put your sky in. Because when you start painting, what you want to do is you want to paint the background first. So we're going to put in the background, and part of the background is the ground. Imagine that. So if you have a light green and a dark green, you can use a light green, and then you can go over it a little with your dark green. And you can mix it all together. So let's see how everyone's doing. Very good. You got both colors. And then that way you can have different colors on your grass because your grass, sometimes you got bluegrass, sometimes you got weeds. You understand? So we got different colors for grass if you want it. Don't forget to use some of your water to kind of spread it out, Now this is acrylic paint. If you get some on your hands, it's okay. We have Dawn dishwashing liquid, and it comes off with Dawn dishwashing liquid. It does not come out of your clothes, but it'll come off your skin. Yeah. I'll sign it. You can frame it. Be worth some money when I set up my museum. How we doing over here, ladies? We got it? Good. You can use both colors. Yep. And it's okay if you go over the lines. That's fine. Because it's just pencil. Yeah, we're going to go over it with another color anyway. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you go over your lines. That's why I like painting, because if you make a mistake, you can just paint over it and make another mistake. Oh, look, you've got grass sticking up. All right.
Some people make happy mistakes.
Yeah, there's a happy mistake. My afro's not that big to make a happy mistake yet. But I have.
Sure.
Everyone's got their grass in. So now you're going to go into your sky. And what we're going to do, it doesn't matter going over lines, remember? So we're going to put our sky in. And we're just going to paint over the lines where the trees are. It's okay. Because all of the lines are just guidelines. So we're going to fill in some water. Just get some water. And we're going to put in our sky. Well, you got to make sure you clean your brush. I do not clean my brush off because I'm insane. But you can clean your brush off. Use your napkin.
We don't have sorry.
Yeah, whatever blue you have. So if you have a light blue or dark
There's
blue.
this other blue over here too. Do you want to use some of these blues too? There's different color blues. Not all of them fit on each individual blue.
more so. Some of the brown got mixed up with the yellow. I don't. That's just shades. Oh no, I think I'm lazy.
No, I want this to be blue.
But the next time. Tomorrow I have. See all the paint I wasted? See, one wasted, he wasted all the way out of the back. Oh man. And then all my used brushes, I put these here. These are no good no more because they're all dried out.
You don't think you could wash it?
No, I kill a brush. and then I don't put my lids on my paint anymore. That's why I got the buckets.
Hey, you shouldn't be embarrassed by your car. It gives it personality.
It does. So I got a big ladder. This ladder will reach the top of the roof. This is a 20-foot ladder. So
Everything, whatever you take.
no, I have to build yes. I have to build this is 20 feet. And then I got a 9-foot ladder. So, well, this is so I can get to the top of it and get high.
You should. Oh, that's what airplanes. You should try to go really high up in the sky and
look,
see what
look,
it's like
I
to paint the
got
clouds.
paint all on the back of the seats.
That's my great grandmother's. That's her favorite.
Betty
you
Boo?
should,
I love Betty Boo.
You should see how high you can. You should see if you could go.